Okay, and welcome to a special vid. I'm going to be doing the opening ceremony. If you can hear rustling, that's my mum. And then this is what's going on so far. This is the opening ceremony. I'm going to need to charge it because I need to store all of it.
No, you're not filming all of it.
Okay, this isn't going to be all of it. It's going to be part of it. I might not be able to do it. That's my mom.
With heart and soul. It's been quite a journey. 7 years we waited, and now on the evening of July the 27th, 2012, this relatively small plot of land in East London will take its place in the centre of the sporting world. Over the next few hours, the Olympic flag will meander its way to its resting place, where it will flow for the next 17 minutes. Good evening and welcome to London 2012. From intensity and excellence, nothing
And that's my sister.
Olympic Games. The greatest show on earth is about to begin.
And that's my mom pressing the volume up the
A
button.
spectacular opening ceremony to celebrate the Games being back in Britain for the first time since 1948. But the ceremony faces a unique challenge to be as memorable as the dramatic and lavish welcome we received in Beijing 4 years ago. Well, the Oscar-winning director Danny Boyle has been crafted in to mastermind the operation, so we can guarantee it will be different. The theme he's chosen is Isles of Wonder, and we'll start by celebrating the green and pleasant land of rural Britain. Britain is the focus tonight, and the world will be watching. Over 1 billion people will be tuning in. No pressure then. Hugh Edwards can tell us.
Okay, someone from my old school will be in this.
Quite unlike any other ceremony in the history of the Olympics. It is certainly creative, it's daring, it's highly original, and if it all goes according to plan, I'm going to dare to say that it is going to be a fantastic start to London 2012.
Okay, someone from my old school
What do we have here?
again is
Well,
going to
we
be
have
in
a
this.
chunk of the
Her
British
name, I believe,
countryside
is Maya.
planted in the stadium itself. But don't be fooled by all of the
going to be
tranquility
opening the,
and all of the
Olympic
greenery and the
Stadium.
peace.
Well,
It
that's
will
what
change.
she said.
There'll be plenty of noise,
I don't know if it's
plenty
real
of
yet.
drama, some great music
I'm looking
too,
forward to
as the
seeing that.
ceremony unfolds. And we should, I suppose, remind ourselves too, as we look at all of this, what is the main purpose of this opening ceremony?
7 o'clock.
Yes, it is
and
to
looks like
project
flipping
British
4
values.
o'clock
It is to
now.
say something about
It's
British
very strange
but
lighting.
ultimately,
7 o'clock.
it is
and
about
it's really
welcoming
light.
thousands of athletes.
They haven't got the roof over.
That is the prime
Because
purpose.
it's really
And by the
sunny.
way, there are a couple of mysteries that
In
we've
Sussex
still not
today,
solved.
it's
One
quite
of the
sunny.
main mysteries is to do with this work of art. It is the Great Olympic Bell. Made at the Whitechapel Foundry, which is the local works. They were the ones who made Big Ben back in 1858. Who will be the person chosen to ring that bell at the start of the ceremony? All will be revealed after 9 o'clock.
I think it's Maya. Back at our old
Over the next couple
not
of
even that old.
weeks, we shall
She's
witness
going to year 4,
incredible
isn't she?
sporting feats.
She's
We'll
going
live
to year
through
4.
moments of triumph, trauma,
No, she's going
and
to year
tears.
3.
History shows us we're in for a treat. Barry Thompson, the greatest all-round athlete in the world. I've got the big G, boys, the big G.
Metcalf comes up, but Owens wins in front by feet. Absolutely faultless.
10 has gone on the board. That's perfection, and that is Olympic history for Nadia Comaneci.
Emil Zetetek is now way ahead of everyone else. He runs along with effortless ease. And history is being made. Carl Lewis on his way to 4 gold medals.
Oh, it's an enormous one. Good gracious me, he was up in the air for an ages.
feet.
Goal for Freeman. The nation expected, and she's not disappointed.
There is a man who everyone in the world is now watching.
Mark Smith goes into the record book as the greatest ever Olympic competitor.
Ovechkin took off, and Coco gets through. Steve Ovett coming home to take the gold medal for Great Britain.
Can you remember all this now?
Gets through 91.
Tommy Smith coming right through, and the Tommy Smith gets done it. Tommy Smith wins totally. What a gesture.
It's gonna be close, close, close. And Britain are the Olympic champions by 2 centimeters. Come on, Kenny. What a goal. You won it, Kelly. You won it.
The perfect snap.
Don't read them all now.
Every single person that considers Michael Phelps of the USA is greatest Olympian ever. And he goes ballistic in all senses of the word. He has blown them all away.
He's the fastest man in the world, isn't he?
Great Britain gets the gold medal. And the world record has gone. This man surely is not human.
It's one of those great moments that we'll cherish.
That is what it's
I'm wondering what the
every
human
day
sound is.
athletes will wake up to the prospect of fulfilling
It
their
is
dreams,
the
along with the
lovely
threat
taste
of disappointment.
of
For Olympic gold, the ultimate prize in sport, will
butter-
provide us with memories that will last for a lifetime.
butter
And our
kiss
first two
toffee
guests have
popcorn.
provided us with many of those over the years. We've got Britain's greatest Olympian, along with one of the greatest ever, Steve Redgrave and Michael Johnson. Steve, I'm going to come to you first. The question that everyone wants to know the answer to: are you going to light the flames?
I don't know how many times I've been asked that question.
One more work, man.
We'll find out very soon. Unfortunately, I haven't had to have a phone call yet, so if you excuse me, I've still got my phone with me. So, Danny, if you're interested, I'm here.
Give him a call. Never mind the flames. Where's the culture? I can't see it. I've been looking around since I got here an hour ago. Any ideas, Steve?
No idea at all. It probably appeared from somewhere at some stage.
There's
Maybe
Michael.
towards the top. But then there's quite a lot of cables up there. That's why they're going to get it in.
I think he knows more than he's letting on. Anyway, but Steve, you were very much instrumental in bringing the games here. You were involved for the last 7 years. It's fantastic for British sport.
I was involved in the bid as well. So I've been involved for the last 12 years, from retirement from racing out of Sydney. I remember being asked 12 years ago, sitting in a cafe in London, and saying, would you get involved in the bid just after winning my 5th gold? And said, yeah, that'd be absolutely fantastic.
Stop it, Terry. Get your foot off.
My life has been revolved around 4-year chunks up until then, and here we are. It's happening very, very soon.
Finally right. But my question is, to compete in Olympic Games in your own country, Atlanta in '96. How different is it?
It is, it's very different. I believe, the most significant part of that is the build-up. The athletes that are about to start competing here, those athletes over the last few years, on those days when they don't really feel like training, and they're on their way to training and they're just not feeling it, and you pass that billboard that reminds you of what you're training for, that's an incredible motivation. And so a home Olympics is very significant because of that, but then also because of the funding and sponsorship. There's increased funding and sponsorship available to athletes to train, and all of those things make it much more a much better situation for those athletes. They have that advantage, and of course once you come into this stadium knowing that it's going to be primarily British support here for British athletes, that's a great feeling.
Help or a hindrance?
Depends on the athlete. It can be definitely a hindrance to some athletes if you don't manage it well, because you can walk in here and be overwhelmed. You know, going into this, especially for those athletes that are favorites, those athletes will know that there's a tremendous amount of pressure. You also know that this is an incredible opportunity, and you don't want to miss out on it. You want to have your best performance here, but you know that anything can happen at the Olympic Games. You have to be ready, and you have to produce that performance on the day. That's very difficult.
Yeah, well, we are here waiting for the opening ceremony. 80,000 very lucky ticket holders here at Olympic Park, but many other people making their way here and will be enjoying the ceremony. And here at Buckingham Palace, Her Majesty the Queen has been holding a reception there for many of the heads of state who will be making their way here to the ceremony.
Not that much, though.
I would always check on the temperature on.
At least the weather stays dry so far as well. Clouds are quite dark overhead. We hope the rain stays off. This is one of all the sailing, of course, takes place down there. Thousands of people are on the beach. They're going to enjoy a special showing of the ceremony. The sailors are going to show up later as well, which of course
You'll be lucky to see this in the
Team GB does pretty well over the years. It's expected to do well again. It's filling up here inside the stadium, reasonably slowly, but of course
I'll try and film as much as I want to.
The actual opening ceremony takes its
We've got people gathering around.
down to Hugh, who's down the track, or what's left of the track.
Sorry, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll admit, there's a little sense of a touch of rain in the air, so it's fingers crossed that it'll stay off because it's filling up nicely now. One thing I would say at this stage, Gary, is as we look ahead to the ceremony, let's just remind ourselves of some of the key reasons that London was chosen 7 years ago to host these games. Lots of tough competition at the time. And of course, one of the reasons was the involvement process. To what extent do these games involve local communities? London being such a rich and diverse city, possibly the richest and most diverse city in the world. And then when you look at one part of London, the East End here, of course, the richest and the most diverse part of the capital city. One of its prime ambassadors, if I can call him that, is the rapper Dizzy Rascal, and he's been explaining why this part of London to him means so much, and why the games will mean so much to him.
Don't forget, big friends, Hyde Park and St Paul's Cathedral. The Olympics is being held in the real heart of London. East London. My London. This is a part of the city that needed the Olympics, needed the investment. I grew up on the council estate over there. It's called the Lincoln Estate. We're in Bow, East London. I left the DJ, MC, that's where I basically honed all my skills and my talents and all that. What's happening?
What's happening? I'm alright, I'm good. How are you?
It's always good to come back here. I mean, just vibe with the people I grew up with. Long time, man. What if I live I know you see me.
Listen, Mummy would come to see me, and she said, you and her should get together.
Okay, I'm back.
Since 1941.
Yeah, man.
Finally come back and see us after all this time.
Should be grown,
What would you do today, Mike?
Music was a release for me growing up here. One of the things I could focus a lot of my positive energy on. Food is also one of the things that keeps people out of trouble. You've got Hackney Marshes, I love the renowned boxing gym. When I was young, I was into athletics myself, so that's why Olympics means something to me. This is one of the most multicultural places in the world, and everybody's going to be rooting for somebody, not necessarily Britain. And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
It just shows the diversity in where I come from. This city's got content for everybody. You can
sorry.
you can go rave in the fabric. Go shopping at Bond Street or go shopping at Roman Road Market. You can get lost or you can get discovered. That's London, real London, my London.
But from one local star to another, they could be cheering him, by the way. Trevor Nelson, the broadcaster, who's with me tonight as part of the commentary team, a big local fan. Trevor, it's good to have you with us.
Ah, amazing. I can't believe I'm here. It's finally happened after 7 years, and I'm a Hackney boy born and bred. Grew up in Hackney, lived in Forest Gate, the other side of the Olympic site for 10 years. And just like Dizzy, I can't believe this day's happened. I mean, this place, we're walking on what was just an absolute playground. That it's like everybody has forgotten about us, and now East London, the whole world, East London's on the map. I also have a sister and my cousin performing in the ceremony, and I believe that nearly everybody I know knows somebody who's doing something, volunteered. All these fantastic people have volunteered to make today very special. I hope it goes very well for them.
What's the preparation been like for the local community?
I think that it's been a slow, process over 7 years. And I think more recently, it's built up. A lot of people have sacrificed a lot of hours for this. You've had a lot of changes these guys are going crazy. You've had a lot of changes of preparation, cutting, Danny Boyle will tell you, he's cut a lot of things short. But they're loving it. This is their day. This is their day.
When it comes to the ceremony itself, and these guys have got a fantastic view, let's face it. When it comes to the ceremony itself, the music, which you know so much about, what are you looking forward to?
Oh, I mean, British music is our greatest export as far as I'm concerned. And I hope Danny really reflects that. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing local people perform, obviously, but some of the legends as well, I mean, I'm looking at ska to rock and roll, grime to rave, the whole lot. Danny Boyle is notorious for being quite contemporary as well and a bit off the wall, so I think the viewers will be in for a treat.
It's going to be a treat, and you're going to be with us throughout, giving us your response to what's going on. It's great to be with us, Trevor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Hugh. I'll be like a fan.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks very much, Hugh. I was a little bit worried about those clouds drifting around their heads there. We're just a few hundred yards from the stadium, where stands the Olympic Village, home for the next couple of weeks to some of the most famous sporting human beings on the planet, including, of course, the fastest of all, Usain Bolt, who's looking to make more history here in London.
The men's 100-metre title has only been defended once in Olympic history, and even when it was in 1988, Carl Lewis didn't cross the line first. He was upgraded to gold after Ben Johnson tested positive for steroids. What should have been a glorious first for Lewis became instead just another chapter in a saga of scandal. But then Usain Bolt hit Beijing. He was from the parish of Trelawney in Cornwall County on the island of Jamaica, and he put the fun back into sprinting by running like this.
He has blown them all away!
3 gold medals, 3 world records. It sparked a new scientific debate. Could the human frame go much faster than this? It could. Usain Bolt could. The following year at the World Championships in Berlin, he set new records. He was now uniquely Olympic and world champion at 100 and 200 meters. A running wonder, a swaggering money-making machine, and somehow still lovable. If anyone could cross the line first in 100 meters in consecutive games, it had to be Usain Bolt. London would be his crowning glory. But then, something went wrong. The final of the 100 meters at the World Championships in Daegu, South Korea. He wasn't beaten. He beat himself. Did something change when he jumped that gun? Johan Blake, his training partner, won the 100 without him, and since then Blake has won with Bolt running twice. And there are others who want what goes with being the fastest athlete on earth. Are the threats real, or have these dangers been deliberately woven in by the master storyteller? Only one thing is clear, that when the ending comes, it will come quickly. Very quickly.
well, we live in an age where we're all obsessed, I think, with technology and gadgets, but there's still a primal thrill, isn't there, Michael, about seeing who can just run the fastest. And I suppose this Usain Bolt with the injuries he's had, that there are certain question marks which ultimately could make the 100 metres even more fascinating.
I think this will be the most dramatic 100 meters in the history of the Olympic Games. I mean, because there's so many incredible storylines, and it all has to do with the fact that Usain Bolt is not at his best. If Usain Bolt is at his best, all of the other athletes are at their best. He wins that race every time, and we're just sitting here talking about whether or not he's going to break the world record again or not. But now you have Johan Blake, who has proven time and time again, Usain, if you leave the door open, I will walk through it. He's proven that. He wants it. And it's a unique situation for Usain Bolt because we're seeing a different Usain Bolt. He is not at the top. He is not the best. He is not as dominant. And he's under a tremendous amount of pressure. He's the only one in this entire race that has something to lose. Everyone else, they've only got something to gain. That's an incredible advantage for him, and he's at an incredible disadvantage. But he is by far the best, so I wouldn't bet against him.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about Blake and about Bolt, but there's also Tyson Gay who's been running really well. You've got Justin Gatlin coming back, and Trafford Powell is almost like an outsider.
Yeah, it's true. And the thing, everyone has a unique situation. Tyson Gay will have to just wait and see through the rounds because he's in a situation where he can't depend on his body. He's had 2 surgeries. He doesn't know what it's going to give him through the rounds. Even at the U.S. Championship, he was very tentative through the rounds, not knowing whether he was going to be able to make it or not. That plays on your confidence, even though he's so quick and he's one of the best technicians in the business when it comes to 100 meters. He's the second fastest of all time behind Bolt. But he can't depend on his body. He doesn't know if he's going to get through the rounds or not. That makes it a very unique situation. Gatlin, coming back after a 4-year suspension, no one expected him to be here. It's all upside for him. If I'm Bolt and I'm Blake, I'm hoping that he qualifies one of the fastest so he's right beside me, because if he's over there in lane 1 or lane 8, he is most dangerous by himself.
It's going to be fascinating. We could see so many of them going under 10 seconds.
Yeah, all of them could go under 10 seconds in this race nowadays.
That'll be quite something, isn't it? Let's think about Britain's prospects of the Games. I mean, expectations are high. The target, I think, is 48 medals in all. We were 4th in the medal table in Beijing. Can we live up to expectations?
I think we can. It's going to be very, very difficult. Beijing is that everything went very well for us. 19 gold medals. I think we can just sneak into the 20s, and you think where they're going to come from. And they're actually going to come from the main sports that have been doing it before. I think cycling will still be our best sports. Rowing and sailing are going to be up there. Athletics, there's a few good chances there. Swimming, we're looking quite strong in. Taekwondo, triathlon, there are a lot of sports out there that are going to bring in a lot of medals. So I think the overall target, I think we'll hit very easily. But the gold medal one is going to be the difficult one.
Well, you've won 5 of them, Steve.
They don't count anymore.
I know why. You've got a halo over your head. Look at that. It's a halo. There's more to it than meets the eye. Quite something. We can go down behind the scenes where Claire Balding.
Well, thanks, Gary. I'm right down here, trackside. One of the clouds just being led past me. Part of the comedy, really, of this opening ceremony. And I think it does have a lot of Britain about it. And that means a sense of humour as well as everything else. But these people here in the centre have got the most amazing seats because these are fee-paying members of the audience. They're not actors, and they're all here and they're going to be part of the show. So tell us a bit about how you got the tickets you got, what you're looking forward to, and why you're here.
I got the tickets from my son. I'm here with my sister, and the most thing I'm looking forward to is the parade and the whole atmosphere. It's just brilliant, and everybody's been so friendly. I feel it's really brilliant what's taken place here. The transformation is absolutely brilliant.
Because you're a Londoner, aren't you?
I am. I'm from Walthamstow, and I'm here to celebrate the Jamaican team as well as the Great Britain team.
Brilliant. Enjoy the show. You guys are from London as well. Where from? Fantastic. What about you?
I'm from Leighton, just down the road. It's amazing the spectacle as you walk across onto the island, but it's only once you get into the stadium itself and look at this amazing set, you realise what kind of once-in-a-lifetime incredible spectacle this is really going to be.
And what an opportunity for you guys, really once in a lifetime, to be here and to be part of it. Now, what about you?
I'm living locally, and here's really a nice crowd here, and everyone in a cheerful atmosphere. Everyone really likes that, and paying cool attitude with everyone. Nice one with a nice experience. I want to Stratford area.
Exactly. Well, it's made such a difference here in Stratford, and everybody just as they come out of the park and going across into the shopping centre opposite, last night, everyone's just smiling, and everyone here in the stadium smiling, including these two ladies who are part of the show. Now, what part will you play?
We're part of the mechanical team, so we have to do audience leader type of things, get the audience involved in the show, so put their 3D glasses on, that kind of thing.
And keep them energized, which shouldn't be too difficult, I think. Everyone's so excited tonight.
Yes, it is. It's a wonderful atmosphere here tonight. We really enjoyed it. It's great.
Lovely, and well done to you, because I know you're both volunteers and part of the huge band of volunteers, but particularly you guys, enjoy yourselves tonight. Thank you.
One obsession.
Oh, now we really can't wait, because it's just an hour and a half before the opening ceremony gets underway here in Olympic Park. But it's not just about London, as we've already seen. Football matches are taking place all around Britain, and tonight big screens have been assembled in Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. Let's take you around a few of them now, and to Belfast, where they'll be watching on the big screen to see the opening ceremony, to see the Olympic Games get underway. There they are.
All around Britain this evening. Everyone's been looking forward to this opening ceremony for a long time. This is Edinburgh, Sue, and well, they're clapping us. Don't think they're clapping us, but there they are, the pipes.
The pipes are playing and the build-up continues. Wonderful here at Edinburgh. Tower Bridge, that's where the flame is at the moment, made its way up the River Thames to there by Gloriana, and Steve Redgrave is still not giving anything away about who might light the flame, but that's where it'll be coming from later this evening.
Every time I see a flotilla, I get slightly nervous, so I think we should, let's get onto the beach and those are the scenes there. It's a glorious evening, clearly, in Weymouth. Lovely and sunny there, a bit cloudy here.
Doesn't that look wonderful? Wonderful. Not long to wait for all of them down there.
Great scenes all around, and here in the stadium too, it's getting gradually more full. It's I don't know, 50%, 60% full now, and everyone who's lucky enough to have a ticket here too tonight's going to enjoy themselves from what we've heard.
Yeah, and the biggest cheer so far was when the first cloud came into the stadium. It got a massive cheer, so imagine what's going to happen later this evening.
There'll be a few occasions this evening when rehearsals will be going on behind us, and we don't want to spoil it all for you, so we'll pop across to the other side.
You sat on the, sorry about that, Mum changed it. Mum, we're trying to video.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know, Jake Humphrey and Michelle Hussein.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Sue. You found us. Yep, welcome to our side of the Olympic Park and this fantastic view of the stadium. What an incredible night for London, and indeed for the whole of the UK.
Oh, it's just so exciting, particularly those shots looking around the UK. I think I'd like to be on Weymouth Beach this evening, because of course we weren't quite lucky enough to get a ticket to be inside. However, we'll be joined throughout the evening by people who know what it feels like to carry their country's flag, to march proudly into the stadium, and to stand on the top step of the podium. People just like this.
Well, as the host, Team GB will go last into the athletes' parade tonight. It is a particular honour to be asked to carry the flag. So Steve Redgrave has done it twice, 1992 and then again in 1996. So Matthew Simpson's done it once. That was in Sydney in the year 2000, the Sydney Olympics. And in Beijing it was swimmer Mark.
An incredible honour for all of them. So welcome to some rather distinguished company, Sir Chris Hoy. But I'm sure a man who deals with the pressures of the velodrome is taking his flag-bearing duties in his stride. But let's see how he is feeling. He's live right now with Matt Pinsent. Matt.
I am here with Sir Chris Hoy, the man of the moment, or at least the man of the next few hours. Now, let's be clear, this isn't the parade uniform you're standing in front of us with.
No, this is just the regular village wear, but I'm going to go back and get everybody in a few minutes.
And what does the uniform look like? Give us an idea.
Well, I don't want to give too much away, but it is very bright, and it's there's lots of gold in there, and it's it's a really catching outfit for the whole team.
Describe, if you can, the mood within the British team at the moment.
Well, I arrived in the village about an hour or two ago, and there's just this electric atmosphere from everybody, not just the British team, but in the cycling team in particular. We've been up in Newport training for the last couple of weeks, and there's been some incredible performances by the team there. We're all very ready to come down here and to get on with it, and it's just such an exciting time.
Can you describe what it means to you to carry the British flag tonight?
It's not easy to explain just how proud you feel when you're asked to lead the whole team out there. It's something you've experienced, I'm sure. I'll be speaking to you about it later on, but it's not going to hit me until I actually walk into the stadium. But it's such a historic moment, and to be the person who carries the flag, it's a huge honour.
And that little bit extra special because it was voted by the other athletes of the team, so you're their choice.
Yeah, very flattering, and I hope I'll do the job well, and I can do justice and carry the flag high and with pride.
Now, Steve Redgrave and I used to have this rather machismo thing about arms straight. You're not going to use the holster. What's your decision for this evening?
Yeah, I believe I think it's a no-brainer. You've got to carry it. You can't have the holster. I think Mark Foster got a bit of stick last time round because of that. So there's no holster tonight.
Chris.
Dude, will you just stick still?
All the best.
I knew it. If one man is not going to go with the holster, that man is Chris Hoy. From two distinguished Olympians who we just heard from there to another dynamic duo who join us now, Ian Thorpe and Sharon Davies. Thank you so much for coming and joining us up here in the studio with this lovely view of the stadium. And you will break a habit of a lifetime this evening, Ian. You will go to the opening ceremony of an Olympic Games. Never been before.
I've never been before. Look, most of the swimmers, they haven't been because they have to compete in the first few days of competition, but this will officially be my first one.
Right, so back in 2000 you did carry the flag at the closing ceremony, so you clearly made home advantage work for you, didn't you?
It did work for me and no holster for me.
It was an amazing game. Good, I'm glad to know.
You made that clear. But Sharon, your medal winners was way back in 1980. What are your Olympic memories?
Oh, well, the Olympics is special. Everything else kind of pales in comparison, to be honest with you. Lots of memories, because for me this is my 10th game, so although winning my medal in 80 is really important, every single game has a real character about it. And this game, I have to say, just was it so far. I mean, everyone is so friendly, the facilities are beautiful. We've done the pool this morning doing all our sound checks, everyone is just so excited.
Really? And what is the atmosphere like in the stadium? Because I think we should give away a TV secret now. About 5 minutes ago, you got a call to come over here, so you've really not lost your pace, have you?
I'm in team kit, as you can see.
We
weren't sure you were going to make it. There's a few of us over there that they're all dressed this way. I'm very excited to be asked. We only really got asked about a month ago, so we didn't even know, to be honest. So we're all in there. We're all chomping at the bit to know what's going on. We've got a little bit to do a little bit later on. It's really good fun. Been to a lot of these places.
Well, we're going to talk some more swimming with both of you in just a second. And actually, all the swimming action here in London is going to happen at the Aquatic Centre. We've got a fantastic view of it just here behind us from our studio. Now, it was designed by Zaha Hadid, the Aquatic Centre. It's got some extra seating on it at the moment in the shape of the wings. But after the summer, those will disappear. Inside, it's a stunning interior, one you'll see a lot of in the coming weeks. The swimming pool at one end, the diving pool at the other. The star swimmer of Beijing's water cube, you'll remember, is Michael Phelps. He is going to be competing here. He's already had a remarkable tally of 14 gold medals. Just a few more in London will take him to a new record.
The great Michael Phelps is only 19, going for 8 possible gold medals. The 4th gold medal of these games to Michael Phelps. Still on for 8 straight.
always very jealous. So 14 gold medals, but that's not his only tally of medals. If he picks up another 3 at these games, Michael will have more medals from the Olympics than any other athlete in the history of the games. Will it happen?
We're talking about 3 gold medals here. I am pretty confident in Michael being able to secure that kind of number. I think looking at 8 compared to that, I think Michael in what he's swimming has the potential to win more than that. I spoke to his sister today actually, and she said he's feeling and he's, he's looking pretty good.
Darren, it's not a foregone conclusion though, is it? Because he has really stiff competition from within the US team in the shape of Ryan Lochte.
Very much so. And in fact, last couple of years, he lost his way a little bit, but I have to say, I think he found his mojo again. And he needed something to actually work for, and Ryan beating him on a few occasions and taking one of his world records in the 200 IM. Has found his drive, and he's been working really hard. And yesterday in the press conference, he's the most relaxed and chill that I've ever seen him. He's made a big comment about his wanting to enjoy these games because it will be his swan song. He'll be retired after this, so it's very important for him to take in and soak up every little bit of the atmosphere.
Okay, we're talking about being relaxed and confident. Hannah Miley is known as Smiley Miley because she takes everything in her stride. But for her to win gold at these games in your event, the 400 individual medley, it's going to be so difficult.
I know, and I have such a soft spot because she does my event, she's coached by her father, which is quite unusual, and my father coached me all these years later. Day one, lovely to get out of the way, isn't he? It's going to be tough, but I have to say there's probably out of the final of 8 of them, 6 stand a chance of winning that gold medal. She could do. I mean, at the moment she's ranked number 2 in the world all the time she's done this year, and she's only just behind the American by about half a second. So, I mean, she's got right in Australia, she's defending champion, she will be in good form, she's very experienced, so she's coming back into form as well. It's going to be tough, it's not going to be easy, it's a very tough event.
We'll have that race live here tomorrow morning. We'll be joining you and I'll be in the studio talking about it. What about Rebecca Adlington, big star of Beijing? How do you think she's looking this time around?
Look, I think she's looking good, and like talking about Michael, she's really relaxed coming into this competition. She has a tremendous amount of pressure on her, being not only at a home Olympic Games, but also being champion in some of her events coming into these games. I'm hoping she does well, but she has a big challenge against Pellegrini in the 400, and this will be a challenge.
Not practical. I put money on the 800.
It's going to be great. Tomorrow morning, that's when we'll see all that action get underway. Thank you very much, Ian Thornton and Sharon Davis.
Okay, I'm going to be back in an hour and 20 minutes with the opening ceremony. I can't film anymore.
After a 70-day journey, the last